Tuvanga bui wane, tuvana bui wanai vano, wanai vanai vano, wana wanai vanai vano. Tuvanga bui wane, tuvana bui wanai vano, wanai vanai vano, wana wanai vanai vano. Tuvanga bui wane, tuvana bui wanai vano, wanai vanai vano, wana wanai vanai vano. Hewine. When we say Hewine at the end of a song, that means that's the end. It's just a sense like, coming up here, the air changes. It's a whole lighter feeling. You're at a sense of peace. I'm at a sense of peace. I feel grounded. I feel all my cares, all my worries go away.
This is my sanctuary. This is where I come to not hear all the noise, the traffic. Come up here to hunt, fish, spend time with my kids, teach them the old native way, how to survive without Wi-Fi.
Summit Lake is a very special place to a lot of our members on what it means to have a reservation and located where it is and know that that'll always be there. And I think that's the goal and mission of the tribe, but also work with our partners and federal agencies to keep it that way.
We do everything from dealing with the infrastructure here on the reservation all the way to leading edge climate modeling in the watershed and population studies on the fish. So the spectrum of the work that gets done here is very wide.
Through this partnership with the University of Nevada, Reno and the Summit Lake Paiute people, we've been trying to understand some very basic but critical questions towards how we might conserve this part of the Great Basin.
We use lake cores, which are archives of the past, and it's like going back in time. We actually hit a log, a waterlogged log at the base with some soil underneath it, which we know corresponds to the inception of this lake, and it dates to the end of the last ice age, about 12,000 years ago. We see that the early lake represented a time where the climate was wetter, there was more precipitation, and the lake had a much larger footprint than it does today.
I am a dendrochronologist, so I use tree rings to reconstruct past climate. And one of the best parts about tree rings is they are annual recorders of climate. We see that the drought in 2020 to 2021 was one of the lowest levels that Summit Lake got in the 600-year record that we reconstructed.
Climate warming is leading to much higher rates of evapotranspiration. Vegetation is using more water. More water is evaporating from the soil. As a result, there is less water available for stream flow. In the future, there will be fairly large decreases in stream flow during the time of year when trout are spawning.
The fishery is at the core of the culture of the tribe. The tribe's name is based on the guy Penina Takata, which stands for lake trout eaters. So their whole identity and their culture is based on this fish.
What's amazing is that the tribe has been collecting large amounts of data on every aspect of the life history of this species.
It's an exciting place to have new discoveries for how we might protect the Lahontan cutthroat trout related to the hydrology of the system.
My main responsibilities is to manage the fisheries department. So that involves a lot of capture, mark, recapture studies where we capture the fish, we tag the fish, and that way we can track their movement and behavior throughout the watershed. Being able to work with a threatened species, especially this species specifically, being one of only 2 remaining self-sustaining populations, I feel super proud to be able to help sustain that population.
It's not just the trout that are important, it's also the other species that are living around here.
We really need to keep monitoring and making sure we protect and conserve the sage grouse population here. The sage grouse is referred to as an umbrella species here in the Great Basin. When you conserve and are managing healthy population of sage grouse, you're benefiting a whole host of other species.
We're right in the middle of the process of deploying a network throughout the reservation and on the adjacent lands that are administered by the Bureau of Land Management, our neighbors. That network is called SWION, and SWION stands for Summit Lake Watershed Environmental Observation Network. And its goal is to gather data across the landscape, the water, and the fishery and the animals here, and be able to collect that in an automated fashion and then send that to Reno, where then we can use that data to inform research and management actions in the future.
The observatory network is a combination of technology, ecology, and also tribal leadership. People from the Summit Lake Tribe can be more connected with the system.
This has, despite being a short-term project, I think we only started about a year and a half ago when we started installing equipment, grown really exponentially, really fast. At this point, we have close to about 100 sensors on our network. We have a pretty good array of different sorts of equipment. We currently have road cameras, we have game cameras, and we have pit antennas, which I am standing right in front of one here. This is our most downstream one that is useful for enumerating the spawning population and the outmigrating population of Lahontan cutthroat trout. We have picked up an image of a bear. I have never heard of a report of bears in this area before. Hopefully with the expansion of this network, we can create a framework that is useful for other research groups to perhaps recreate something similar.
So today was an absolutely beautiful afternoon. We're at the invitation of the Summit Lake Tribe. Faculty from the University of Nevada came and talked about the research they have done at the invitation of the Summit Lake Tribe to answer some of the questions the tribe has.
On behalf of the Summit Lake Paiute Tribe, we are truly honored to be the first to establish a partnership with the University of Nevada, Reno.
We formalized an agreement between the Tribal Council and the University administration so that we can move forward and work on these projects and others. And it's the first agreement between a tribe in the state of Nevada and the University of Nevada, and it's something I'm extremely proud of.
The tribe decided to engage in this partnership over a decade ago to get help, to get assistance on what are the things that we need to know about this watershed, the fishery, and the system, to then be able to turn that into management action.
This landscape is untouched. Coming out here really feels like a piece of history, and having the Summit Lake people out here really brings together the past, the present, and the future of this land.
That trip was extremely special for me. Just being out there, seeing my daughter get to enjoy it. Now that I've worked for my tribe, I am enrolled, on council, I get to go and see everything that all this hard work that is done. It's exciting for me.
We now have an opportunity for us to continue to co-produce and co-evolve how we might look at nature in different ways, both from the cultural aspects, but also from the natural resource and protection side.
For the tribal membership and council, it's ingrained in us to keep and protect the waters and lands and surrounding areas within the reservation boundary. You always take care of that because it'll take care of you.